political table here.
Yes, I know. We're going to debate the...
This is where we do our political debates.
Yes, the
These
merits
tables crack
of
me up.
public transit. I don't know, whatever we're talking about.
Well, hello, Nashville. Nice to see everybody. You having fun here at the first convention? I see that Beast woke up. But you're not Beast anymore. You're a regular boy. I'm a real boy. Oh, so cute. Yeah, they dressed up as Beauty and the Beast, brother and sister.
I was checking out his Jack shirt earlier, too.
He's been crashed, sound asleep. So we finally get to see him awake.
So the way this is going to work, guys, it is a Q&A, which means if you guys have questions, Jodi will answer what she can in the short time that we have together. This microphone is for you, so feel free to get up, move around. That's what we want you to do. You're not going to offend anybody by moving around. If you have mobility issues, or if that's way too anxiety-inducing to look at that microphone, just flag me down and I will bring a mic to you. We want everybody who wants to participate to be able to do so. Cool?
Awesome.
Makes sense?
Awesome.
All righty. Feel free, go ahead and start lining up. As they are getting their questions together, I'll come to you in a minute. I'm sure we'll talk mermaids. I'm sure we'll talk toys. I would like to go back, though, to a smaller project that I loved that never got quite the recognition or the send-off that it deserved. Talk to us a little bit about Pirates of Dark Water, because I absolutely loved that show growing up.
Yeah, that was Hanna-Barbera. It was really fun because we, as an entire cast, recorded together.
Oh, really?
In the studio.
Oh, that's awesome.
Whenever you do that, that's super fun. Can you hear me, or do I have to hold it like this? No, because that's bad. Very distorted. Very distorted. Yeah, so that was a super fun series to work on. And we were really sad when it ended because we had so much story to tell that we didn't really know how things were going to end. But yeah, but it was great. We had a great cast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really great cast. Yeah.
All right, well, let's go to the floor.
Sure.
What is your name, sir?
Name's Michael, but you refer to me as Mike or Mikey, doesn't matter.
Any of those. He'll respond to any of them. Do you mind if he records that? Or is that okay with you?
No, that's okay.
Okay, I will hold it for you, bud. There you go.
Let me know when it starts recording.
All right, the numbers are moving at the top. I assume that we're recording now.
It's working.
All right, so when did you want to first be a performer?
I was probably 8 years old, I think. Yeah, I started singing when I was 4. And I think it was when I was 8 that I decided it's something that I really wanted to pursue for my life, to sing and dance and act and have a blast and be a storyteller. So, yeah.
All right.
I was little.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Appreciate it.
There you go. We go right over here. What is your name, dear?
My name is Kaya.
Hi, Kaya. Nice to meet you.
So I'm actually a party princess with a company that works here, and I've only gotten to do Ariel twice.
Okay.
And she was one of my favorites. And there's this, you gotta get into the character for that. What is your favorite line to do with Ariel? Because I would love to do your favorite line.
Oh, goodness. Well, everything that she speaks and sings is my favorite for sure. But I would think probably the lines that come before part of your world. Maybe he's right. Maybe there is something the matter with me. I just don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be bad. So I think I really love that line, and the fact that she loves so unconditionally and is so inclusive, and I think that just shares her heart, who she really is. Yeah. Thank you, Kaya.
Great question,
Appreciate
Kaya.
it. Thank you.
Hello, what is your name?
Hi, my name's Allison. Thank you
Allison.
so much for being here with us in Nashville today.
Absolutely.
I have 2 questions. One's kind of going off of that. What is your favorite song to sing from The Little Mermaid?
What do you think?
Is it part of your world?
If you think about it, it's all that Ariel sings in the first movie.
Oh, I didn't realize that. But that's
Besides
cool.
the reprise, so I'm just kidding. Yes, it's my favorite.
That's awesome. My other question was, since you've done so much with Disney, especially the parks, I was curious if you have any favorite memory from the Disney parks specifically.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, millions. Obviously, I've been with the company for 38 years, coming up on 38 years now. I think both of the times that I took my children the first time, to the parks. My daughter was 6 weeks old, I think. Anytime that you get to meet Mickey the first time is pretty magical with your kids. Something that you never forget. And Ariel in the grotto is really special. Yeah,
Awesome. Thank
but
you.
it's always good. Happiest place on earth, that's for sure.
You took a 6-week-old to Disney? You are brave. Okay.
I don't go as
Yeah,
we
yeah.
call it, as a civilian.
Yeah.
I go for work.
Yeah.
So.
Hello, what is your name?
Hi, my name is Joe.
Hi,
Thank you,
Joe.
Miss, for being here today, Miss Benson. I actually do remember Pirates of Darkwater when I was a kid.
Right on, Joe. Work together.
And Balto when I was a kid.
Oh, good, excellent. Thank you.
So my question is, did you, when you were growing up, have a favorite Disney movie or princess, before you became Ariel?
That's right. Great question. Cinderella. Yeah, Cinderella was my girl growing up. Love that movie. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks,
I
Joe.
appreciate your question.
Hi, come on up.
Hey.
What is your name?
My name's Whitney.
Hi, Whitney.
Thank you for being here. Similar to the question about the Disney parks, sorry, I was wondering, because you have a ride, or your character has a ride at both Land and World,
Right.
if you were at all a part of that process, or how it was having the experience of getting to have your character
Right.
have an
Yeah.
attraction.
No, we were so thrilled. I mean, the first attraction for my character was at Hollywood Studios, which was the live show,
Oh, yeah.
which we are opening a new show May 13th, I think is the premiere. Finally. The theater's been in an overhaul for the last few years, so we're thrilled. But then to have the other two attractions, I was able to be at both the parks and open those, and those are always so special. Yeah, really, both of those attractions I ride them each time I go.
As you
They're
should.
so pretty.
Yes.
And they're fun, they make you happy.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, step on up. What is your name?
Hi, my name is Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy.
First of all, thank you for being here, and
Thanks
thank
for
you
having me.
for Ariel, basically.
you.
She was a huge part of my childhood. Through her, I learned my love of the ocean, my love of singing.
Wonderful.
Through her. I saw on TikTok a year or two ago that your daughter got to play the role of Ariel.
She did last summer. Yes.
And I was wondering how that must have felt for you, seeing
Very
a role you
surreal.
originated
Yeah.
with your girl.
It was really magical. You know, she had just graduated from college in musical theater, and for her to tackle that role, she was just so perfect and courageous and brave. You know, to tackle that role at her age with our connection to the character. But she made it her own, and it was really special to
It
be
was
in the
really
audience
sweet
and
to
watch
see
that.
it as
Yeah.
well. Just the way, it was her
Loved
way
it.
of showing how much she loved you. And it was
Yeah.
very nice to see.
Yeah, well, it's her favorite princess growing up. She didn't really have a choice. So. She was dressed as Ariel probably for 6 or 7 Halloweens in a row. Yeah, yep. Mostly her choice. I think one year I may have highly suggested it, but
I mean, I'm sure that's a big flex when she was in school. Like, my mom's a princess.
I don't think people really, we homeschooled, so we didn't, it was just she and her brother. But yeah, there were definitely just this magical moment of being able to watch her in the show. She was spectacular. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
Good question.
You have a great day.
Hi, step
Hey,
on
how
up.
are you?
What is your name?
Mackenzie,
Hi,
Hi,
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
I had a question about the second movie, actually, and your process for making Ariel's voice more mature compared to her 16-year-old self to
Right.
when she's the queen and a mother.
Yeah.
So what was your thought process on kind of changing her voice?
Definitely needed to age her up vocally, since the original movie she's 16. But it was fun because while I was recording Return to the Sea Part 2, I was pregnant with my daughter, and Tara and I were, wonderful friends. And so it was special because, I think my mic just got weird.
Yeah.
It was special just because as a mother, playing a mother, I think it was really, really helpful. But yes, definitely needed to make those vocal adjustments. Yeah.
My mom actually put together a Little Mermaid puzzle poster when she was pregnant with me, and it's still in my room today.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's
amazing.
nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
awesome.
so much. I appreciate that.
Hello. I see somebody with a phone now.
Yes.
Uh-oh, I gotta go to work now. Oh, hold on.
Thank you.
Don't run over Belle.
Yes,
Don't
I will not run over
Belle.
any children on purpose.
Hi again, Jodi. I met you earlier in your autograph line.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited to meet you. You just have the most magical voice that has
Thank
just
you.
touched my heart and so many of my loved ones' hearts. And
you.
When I was growing up, I was a big fan of the series for The Little Mermaid, as well as the films and the sequels and everything. So I was so excited when Disney Plus came along that the series was put on there. Do you have you seen the series since you worked on it, or if you do you have a favorite episode? Because I have so many.
Yeah, actually during COVID, when the world shut down, I had a friend challenge me because I hadn't ever seen them.
Yeah.
And so I don't remember how many episodes we have, 36, something like that. And I watched them all, and it was fun. And I didn't remember recording all of the songs.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I don't
There's
have
so
any
many
recollection.
wonderful
There's so many
songs.
songs.
Yeah.
But I like the episode with Gabrielle.
Gabriella, yes.
Yeah, with Gabriella.
I
and
learned sign language
I thought
over
that
the
was-
summer.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
that
it was like one of the
beautiful.
things I've always wanted to learn sign language,
Yeah.
mainly because of watching that episode growing up.
Yeah, so I think that's one of my favorites.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear
Thank you
that.
so much.
Thank you so much, Jodi, for
Appreciate
being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. What is your name?
Hi, my name is Jill,
Hi, Jill.
and as someone growing up in the 80s, I mean, I was 7 when Little Mermaid came out, and I think Ariel, along with later Belle and Jasmine, kind of helped me learn to think for myself and to realize that it was okay to want something different than other people might want for me. So my question off of that is, how do you respond if people say Ariel just changed who she is because of a boy?
Well, you have to remember the first 15 minutes of the film, so
Exactly.
where Eric is not involved, and her dream and goal has been to unite these worlds together and to not have this separate division going on. And her dream is to include part of your world is to be able to just blend together and have that unity. So she has a lot of dreams and wishes and goals and aspirations that she's looking forward to and how she's pursuing. And Eric comes along, you know? So I remember, you know, we went from, you know, Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and then we had all these years in between without a princess. So when Ariel came along in 1989, there were a lot of changes for females, and as far as empowerment goes and having a voice. And so we made a lot of those big changes between 1961 and 1989. But again, now we're in 2025, so there should be growth. There should be the changing that's happening, that we should be seeing with our princesses and our legacy, which we do. So I'm thrilled with that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Hello, step on up. What's your name?
My name's Nessa.
Hi, Nessa.
It's nice to see you again. Ever since I was little, like, Ariel's always been my favorite. I probably dressed up like 4 or 5 times for Halloween, had the red wig, everything. I guess my question is, what is your opinion on like the newer live action movie versus like the original?
Yeah. No, I love it. I love any time that we can tell our story in so many different ways, whether it's our television series, whether it's our feature film, whether it's our live action, whether it's on Broadway. Any time that we can tell our story is beautiful. So I was loving our live action. I thought it was really beautiful. I think the cast did an amazing job. And it was really fun. I got to be in, you know, a little scene for a couple minutes and be in London for a month, and I had a blast. I did. It was really fun. And the director and the producers, they just did a marvelous job. Telling and, you know, holding up the to honor our film as well as be able to tell the story in a new way, I think was really special. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, step on up.
Hello. It's an honor and a pleasure. I just the way you forge ahead for a new type of Disney movie and actress and princess. That I just want to say that's awesome. I do have one question, and I hope it's not too unpleasant. The question: what are your thoughts on Jeffrey Katzenberg almost cutting part of your world? I mean, golly.
Well, he'll tell you that would have been the biggest mistake of his life.
Yeah.
So, what would I be singing for all these years? So yeah, we're very grateful. We're very grateful. But again, it was a screening, and there was a little 4-year-old boy that dumped his bucket of popcorn in front of Jeffrey and during the song, and was picking up all the kernels and putting it back in, and Jeffrey interpreted that as, children were bored. And that's what they're supposed to do during screenings. You're supposed to be watching and observing how the audience is affected by the film. But thankfully, Howard Ashman said no. We won't be cutting that song. Because it's her I Want song, and you need to have that at the beginning of the film so that you can understand her heart and then root for her to achieve her dreams for the rest of the film. Otherwise, you don't really care. You don't really care about
And
her.
it's a beautiful song, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello, what is your name?
Juliet.
Hi, Juliet. What's your question?
First of all, you're very inspiring because I do musical theater too, so I like your voice is very inspiring. But I was wondering, are you still friends with any cast members from the original?
Well, we've lost a lot of our cast members, unfortunately, that have passed. So there really are not too many of us left. And I do not, our original flounder, Jason Mears, I don't have contact with him. And yeah, and as far as all of our sisters go, I don't really have any other contact with our cast members. Yeah. Just me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, come on up. What is your name?
I'm Cassidy.
Hi, Cassidy.
I was wondering, of all the songs that were added to the Broadway version, if you have a favorite.
I really love If Only. The quartet is it a quartet or a quintet?
Yeah, it's a quartet.
It's a quartet. Is spectacular. We did that at the Hollywood Bowl, and that is such a beautiful song. I love that. And to be able to hear each character's heart at that moment, I think is really beautiful.
Thank you.
Good questions. Hi, come on up. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Bailey. This is my cousin Chloe. I do love you as Ariel, and The Little Mermaid is like my favorite for forever. But I also was surprised and excited to just watch you in Sweet Magnolias recently. And so I was wondering what was like a favorite memory from being a part of that show.
Yeah, it was such a lovely project to be a part of. And it just kind of came about so strange. So my son is an associate producer on it.
Oh, okay.
And but I didn't get the audition from him. It actually came from the showrunner and the writer, Cheryl Anderson. And so she's a huge Ariel fan, and they were having a hard time finding Cal's mom. And they had been auditioning for several months. And I guess one day she just said, I'd really love to hear Jodi come in and read and get her on camera. But of course they had to go to my son McKinley to say, what do you think about if I bring your mom in? And he was like, absolutely, because it's her favorite show. So so I went in and auditioned, and then I had a call back, and then I didn't hear anything. So I thought, oh, well, that's okay. It was really fun to go in. And then I booked it, and I started like the next week. So I did 4 episodes in season 4. I think they find out this week if they're being picked up for season 5. I think it's this week. And I've been told by the team that Iris comes back, so we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great to know.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Super fun. Thank you.
Hello, come on up. What is your name?
Hope.
Hi, Hope. What is your question, dear?
My question is, what is your favorite character besides Ariel?
Ooh.
Favorite character that I do, or
No,
favorite character of anything?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, goodness, in our film, I really love Sebastian, because I just think Sam was incredible, and I love everything that he brought in creating that character. And then if we go for a non-mermaid, that's really hard. Of course, I love Cinderella. I do love her. And I really love Anna and Elsa. I love their relationship. I love the films. I think they're beautifully written. Of course, I love all the music. Yeah, so those will probably be the ones that come to my mind.
Good question. And to your point, that is shows further progression of how female characters are treated when we get to Elsa and Anna. It's a different set of
we've
circumstances
seen,
and stories.
Yeah, we've seen, you know, the growth of our princess line, which is, you know, really beautiful as well. We should all be growing and learning and evolving. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's good.
Other questions?
Anybody else? Nothing?
We got one coming. It's
We have
okay.
somebody? Okay.
Yes. Come on up. Come on up. Hello, dear. What is your name?
My name's Cassandra.
Hi, Cassandra.
With the live action movie, you did get the cameo. Did you know that at the beginning of the process, or like how
Yes.
soon did you know? Yeah.
I knew the day the film was announced. Yes, back, gosh, it was 4 years before, so I had to kind of keep a secret for 4 years that we were working on this. But the director and the producers had been friends of mine for over 40 years. And so I emailed them right away when I heard that they were taking on our beautiful film, and so thrilled that they were going to be telling our story. And both of them were said, "You're coming. We're finding a moment for you." I was like, "Are you kidding? That'll be so much fun." It was so much fun.
Yeah, I love the
Can't believe for
casting of
2
the
minutes I was there for a month in London. Took a month. I was like, oh my gosh. But it was COVID, and then there were shutdowns, and then there was a monsoon in London, and we shot that scene outside, and it was like 30 degrees. And we're supposed to look like we're in the Caribbean. We were freezing. Oh my gosh. And then rain was sideways rain. And so we had to shut that down for like another week. So it was crazy. It was crazy to be locked in a hotel for a month. It was crazy. But it was fun. I had a good time. Yeah, thank you.
Good questions.
You've got that beautiful piece. Did you just get that there? Yeah, that artist, she is fantastic. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Hi,
Hi.
good to see you again. Thank you for being here. I'm a big fan of yours. My sister is too, and she's so sorry she couldn't be here. She had to work.
Oh, that's
But
okay.
she loves you so much and loves your book. And before I have my question for you, I also want to tell you, so my sister and I try to make a Disney trip almost every year, every other year. And our first ride as a tradition is the Little Mermaid ride.
Thank you.
We love it so much. So my big question for you is, how did how did you get the part of Ariel? How did it all start? Everything.
Well, make a long story short, I was doing a Broadway musical with Howard Ashman and Marvin Hamlish called Smile, and a song called Disneyland was written for my character. So the show closed tragically in 6 weeks, and at that time Howard was already working on The Little Mermaid. So because he kind of felt sorry for us, he invited a handful of us girls to audition for Ariel. So had the show been successful, I wouldn't have been given the opportunity for an audition. So it was just meant to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely
That's
a
awesome.
huge heaven sent God blessing. Yeah,
for
absolutely.
sure. That's what I was about to say. And
Yeah.
my sister loves Smile. She listened to your
Oh.
recording of Disneyland, and
Oh,
she
thank
loves
you.
it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate
course.
that. Thank you.
Yes, nice.
Hi. What is your name?
My name is Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hi. I just wanted to know, what was your favorite Disney movie of all time?
Oh, of all time, I can't. Well, I'm gonna say The Little Mermaid for sure, just because it's
You can't not say that.
yeah. Well, no, just because it's changed my life, you know,
Yes.
and my family's life, and I don't know what my career or my life would be like without it. And it was an unexpected gift. It was a surprise. It wasn't anything I ever anticipated being part of animation voiceover industry at all. Because my background is Broadway and musicals, and that was that. So, yeah, God had a whole different plan.
It's a
So
good
it was
answer.
a wonderful
Thank you.
plan. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Good questions.
I'm Mark.
Hi, Mark.
And you can tell from the bald head and the gray hair that I've been around a while. And I just wanted to ask the big break that you mentioned from 61 to 89, what were the obstacles in getting an animated film, a full-length animated film like that made again? You
Well,
know
I'm
anything
not
about
sure
that?
to answer to that. I'm not sure why there were no princess-driven movies between those years. But I do know that our movie was vitally important for the Renaissance, our second golden age of animation, for Disney animation to come alive again. So, but I'm not sure of why there was such a break as far as the princess storyline goes.
It's a huge blessing. My daughter's over there, and she was just a baby when it came out. She dressed up all the time, like all the characters. It was great. So thank you.
Good questions. Thank you. Hi. What is your name, bud?
Hello, my name is Aiden,
Hey,
and
Aiden.
my question is, how was your experience playing Vanessa?
Oh yeah, doing Vanessa was fun because I had Pat Carroll with me, and so she made my job so easy because my job was to imitate her. So she was helping me with her cackle and with her speaking voice and her singing voice, and yeah, so I felt so blessed that I had her by my side, and she was an amazing woman. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Aiden. Hi, come on up. Hi, what is your name?
Chase.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I just want to know how you feel because you were in Kingdom Hearts area.
Yes. Yeah, so every time that you hear Ariel, it's me. Any type of product or ancillary product, and any of our video games, our virtual reality, any of that, and for parks and stuff. So the Kingdom Hearts franchise was really fun to be a part of. And they gave me the liberty to be able to make sure that Ariel's integrity, because that's my job, because I'm one of the only people still at the studio that have been there since the beginning for our film, because I started working in 1987, that they look to me to maintain the integrity and the character for Disney character voices. We have a whole department that watches out and protects our characters to make sure that they sound like they did when you watch the movie the very first time. So, yeah, so Kingdom Hearts was really fun to work on. Yeah, thank you.
Good question. Any others? We have time for maybe one or two more. She's okay, they bounce at that age. If that had been me, I wouldn't have gotten up, but she's good. Yeah, what's your question?
Did you have any idea how big of an impact that movie would have after having that 20-year break?
From Mermaid?
Or just in general?
Okay, well you said 20 years and I'm like, we just celebrated our 35th anniversary. So I was like, what movie did I do?
After having the 20-year break, how big of an impact that movie would make?
So you're talking about the break
years and years and years.
between
I
the
see,
original
I
princesses to
understand.
now.
I was like, my break, I'm like, wait, gotta calculate math, do math. No, first of all, we had no idea that our film was going to determine the fate of the animation studio. We had no idea as a cast. We did know that something was up because all the powers that be were there while we were recording. And we were going to remain anonymous, which is the way that Walt had designed voiceover in VHS days. You would just run the credits at the end and you could figure out who's who, but other than that, we were going to remain anonymous. But in September, before the movie came out in November, that's when I noticed something was different, because they had asked me to go on a press tour and do 22 cities in 20 days. And I asked why, because I was supposed to remain anonymous. And they said, we're going to do something different with this. We're going to reveal who you are, and you're going to represent the film. And I thought, okay, I don't know what that means, but let's go for it. And I was doing a Broadway show. Actually, Sam and I were doing the same Broadway show together at the time. So I thought, how's this going to work with 8 shows a week, and I'm going to go on the road? And so it was at that point that I realized something was a little bit different. And as soon as the film came out, we knew life was going to change drastically. And that's what made it so special, is that it was a surprise. It wasn't anything that any of us ever expected. I just literally thought I'd record this this little project and disappear, and that would be it. And yeah, it's just been an unbelievable 37-year journey, it really has. I mean, when I think about my life and how pretty much everything that I'm involved with is somehow affiliated with Disney or with The Little Mermaid, and how life-changing it's been, for me and for my family. So it's just it's a huge gift, a heaven-sent gift from God, and we're thankful, very thankful. Yeah, thank you.
Good question.
Thank you.
And with that, unfortunately, we do need to wrap up our time together as a group. However,
Yeah, I will be at my table, though, until 6 o'clock, and then tomorrow I'm at my table. I think we're there from 10 to 5. We've got some photo things that we're gonna do. So I'm sorry if I didn't get to everyone's question. I apologize.
But the questions you guys have,
yeah.
please do stop by and
Yeah,
visit
stop
photos, autographs, all
Stop
of
by.
that. Absolutely.
So normally I'm in a ballroom setting, and normally I sing my song, and we do a sound check and all this. But because we're in, you know, this kind of open air area, it doesn't really allow for that, for sound with playback and an ability like that. But I'm gonna just sing a teeny bit a cappella. But here's the thing: you can't videotape. You can take pictures. You can take pictures. If you